A touchdown for Longview.
That may have been Jamie led as athletic a play as I've ever seen by Trevor Pugh.
An absolutely amazing play by Pugh. He is a defender in the slot there. He sees the pass coming to the outside, runs up, and much like a big guy in basketball just tipping it up towards the rim, Trevor tips it up and then goes to get it himself with a Lobo on his backside. That one very well could have been 6 the other way, but Longview does a nice job of getting on top of him in a hurry.
And nobody does it better reading a play than Trevor Pugh. He saw the quarterback turn to throw the wide receiver screen immediately. He took off and made the pick for a beautiful interception for Lee.
So Robert E. Lee with tremendous field position at the 23 down the point. He not only tipped it, but dove and caught it. Day Brown, left tackle, huge hole. Oh, he just couldn't break it. Gets drilled, but he still picked up. Boy, is he tough. He is tough. 5'8", 163-pound sophomore. Brandon Rashad, the tackle. He was almost into the secondary, and somebody got a jersey. Where are the rip-away jerseys when you need it? A gain of 3, second down and 7. Lee with a gain of 3. Oh, Day Brown's going to be fun to watch for the next 3 years. He's fun to watch right now. Mitchell and Brown straight eye at the 20-yard line of Longview. Brandon Rogers, right tackle. Brown busts it outside at the 10, needs a block at the 5, near the 5, and he's got a first down and goal. Brian Runnels, anytime you see a big run downfield, Jamie, you see a wide receiver blocking downfield.
And Runnels was doing exactly that, David. Had his man cleared off, wasn't able to get to Day until he got inside the 10-yard line. Great blocking downfield by the Red Raiders.
Cody Morrow saved the touchdown as he was able to get just enough. 17 yards for Day Brown. And the offensive line is growing up tonight. There's a timeout. Longview has some confusion with their setup, and the Lobos take a timeout. 5 minutes, 19 seconds to go, third quarter. Longview 7, Robert E. Lee 6, back in 1 minute. Take it, 30 seconds on KTBB. Big crowd tonight. This brings back days of when East Texas was just downright nasty in 5A football. They're still pretty good, but this is a classic. We have a good one. 5:19 to go, third quarter. Longview trying to keep the lead. Lee trying to take the lead. Jamal Mitchell, the up back. Day Brown is the tailback at the Longview 4, first and goal. Tight end far side. Rogers, this is Day, bounces it inside, close, here's a flag. You're going to get this one called back at about the 5 as Lee was going in for what looked like near the goal line, and the umpire threw the flag, and it's going to cost Robert E. Lee 10 yards. This is the fourth holding call against Lee. That one down near where they are bumping and grinding inside the 5.
That's just probably a matter of getting a little too over-aggressive front and getting your blocks and hands and arms and hands going outside the inner part of the jersey, the inner part of the numeral area, getting alongside the rib cage and all. And the umpire obviously saw something, threw the flag right into the middle of the swarm and the tackle.
So the play will go back now to the 14-yard line. And with the kicking game issues, the blocked extra point and the partially blocked field goal, Lee almost a necessity to score a touchdown. First and goal now from the 14. That came from the umpire. TJ Jones goes in motion. They'll snap it to Brandon. Rogers, wide receiver screen at the 10, at the 5, near the goal line. Does he get in? Touchdown, Robert E. Lee.
Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Jamie.
Well, once again, David, terrific blocking down the field. Joe Turner and TJ Jones absolutely laid out the red carpet there for Brian Runnels. Great blocking and a great job of Runnels to fight for that corner of the end zone.
Brandon Rashad tried to get over as he got to the pylon, and Lee is going for 2, and Brandon Rogers took a shot at the end of the play.
And that's the first touchdown by passing for Lee all season long, David.
Wow.
And they get it done in week 7 against Longview, of all people, to do it again as they take the lead.
And Mike Rogers, that's a name from the past, huh? That's a classic. Mike Owens wants to take a timeout. Mike Rogers, Brandon and Brian Rogers is your older brother who made a miracle catch against Lufkin a few years back. 4:49 to go, third quarter. It's 12-7. Robert E. Lee on the 14-yard slip screen. That time to the wide receiver, Brian Reynolds. And if we go back, guys, remember this team is 3-3, but the 55-yard, almost identical play against Kimball that set up the game-winning field goal, that play's worked before.
Yes, it has, and beautifully that time. And, yeah, that set up that victory. And this one right here also is going to give the lead.
So 12-7, Robert E. Lee with 4:49 to go in the third quarter. And Longview had called timeout, remember, right before Day-Day Brown appeared to be close to scoring the holding call. And Lee did not get their daubered out, as they say in the country. They just said, okay, we'll just score somewhere else. And I'd like the way Brian Reynolds, he leaned towards the goal line. And as you said, Jamie, this is as crisp, efficient, and passionate as we've seen this year. Here comes the two-point conversion. Jamie right down near the goal line. Jamal Mitchell, as they will run split backs, almost a power to the near side. Crowd on their feet. This is a big play. They're all big now. Brandon Rogers under center, runs play action bootleg to the near side, now throws back to the far side, has a man open, and it's intercepted. They just took too long, and that's a long throw, and he just ran out of room. Guess who made the play? Carziel Martin. But with 4:49 to go, third quarter, Robert E. Lee 12, Longview 7. Back in 1 minute. News Talk 600 KTBB. Back at Lobo Stadium, Taylor Matlock to kick off for Lee from his 40. Little high pooch kick. Longview doesn't have anybody there to field it. It hits at the 20, bounces around. This is Carziel Martin. 25-30. Taylor Matlock does his job, runs over Matlock and into Lee territory. Lee. I tell you what, Taylor Matlock saved the touchdown. Trey Smith then saved the touchdown with the tackle. That was just weird. That could have gone anywhere. It was a pooch kick, and Carziel Martin, what a tremendous player, 40 yards. If that would have bounced back towards the kicking team, Lee might have had themselves a recovery of a kickoff.
And Martin returned the opening kickoff against Carter, 93 yards. So we know he's got the jets, and he can also come in on special teams to block extra points and field goals.
First down, and Longview now gets tremendous field position, which they really haven't had much of tonight. In motion, play action, Lewis wants to throw it deep to Larson. He's not there, and great coverage by Robert E. Lee as they had two defenders. And that time, Josh Aubrey was there to help Maurice Hood. And Longview obviously sees the Cowboys secondary there tonight because they're throwing the ball downfield play after play. Jamie, much better coverage that time.
That's right, both Hood and Aubrey there. Great job over the top with the help with the safety, but the cornerback was there as well. Lee's doing a much better job defending the pass.
The fullback will come out here. That's Alex Easley. Second down. Lewis will have Larson in the slot. Lee now with the almost umbrella defense. Four-man front. They run Oliver. He's got about 3 or 4 leans inside the 40. Give him 5 down to the 38. Donnell on the stop for Robert E. Lee. Getting up, Hunter Hogan's played himself a man game tonight. I'm talking about one of those Grizzly Bear games tonight. It's 3rd and 5 for the Lobos at the Lee 38-yard line. Oliver's third carry for 9 yards. Longview's running game has been held in check. And without Mark Johnson, that's not a surprise because he is the kickstart. 4 minutes to go, third quarter, 12-7 Lee, third down at the Lee 38. Shotgun, Lewis. Lewis runs the quarterback draw, breaks a tackle, and drilled at the 30-yard line. Maurice Hood makes the stop, but Lewis got the job done. He got 8 yards and a first down. Boy, these are two football teams who are just pounding each other.
They are just really whipping each other at the point of attack as well. He gets a nice block up front from his center, Daphne, and his right guard, Bledsoe, to clear him out, and he kicks back to the left side once he's into the linebacker area for Longview.
First down Lobos after the 40-yard kickoff return gave them great field position. Third down conversion at the Lee 30. Oliver next to the quarterback, Lewis. Lewis runs near side, play action over the middle, pass is caught, dropped, tipped around, and incomplete. They tried to find the tight end, Cody Taylor, and I think it was Trevor Pugh or Jordan Aubrey that got involved in that play, and that thing bounced around for a second or two, and it's second down and 10.
Real